Hey everybody, what's up? This is Austin with the Art of War Made Easy. I'm going to try and be sporadic and just throw some stuff out there to give you a rich understanding of how this might be of more value to you if some of the videos aren't coming through real clear or the proverbs aren't explained. So let's think about my motive. Can you think like what is my motive? And maybe who am I fighting right now by making this video, right? I'll give you a second. Okay. So my motive is to add value, to give you value, right? And so who am I fighting, right? I'm fighting that side of you that's resistant, maybe doesn't see the value, or, maybe I can't convince you, something like that. And that goes for like a musician or a singer or a rapper. The same thing. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spot. The same thing applies. Now, it's different for every area. So you have these different dimensions. You got all these chapters. And so all of them apply at any given time. That's why you got to know all of them, like rules. I call them rules, 100 rules, right? And so, but they apply differently if you helping somebody as opposed to if you're hurting them. When I say hurting them, I don't mean like physically. I mean, it can mean that if it's necessary, but you should have good reason. But in an argument, in a debate, in a competition, it can be friendly. It doesn't have to be something, fierce or furious. So, the proverbs, you got to convert them. They're written like if we're going to fight, like physically, but they apply to all strategies. That's the most primitive way, but it's the most easy to understand, right? So if we're thinking about the chapters, you can think about what is that chapter about, like force, and then think about some of the proverbs under force and see how it relates to force, even though they're going to bring up force in other chapters, right? They're going to bring up emptiness and fullness in chapter 5 before you even get to chapter 6, right? Which is a little confusing. One of the reasons I think it was written backwards from 13 on up to 1, and then 12 I don't even think it really belongs, but I'll talk about that later in other videos. But to use it effectively, you got to think about the things that you've messed up in the past and you realize, okay, how that could have been prevented. All right, that's bad strategy. Or things you're weak in, right? Preparedness on the left is going to mean weakness on the right. Preparedness on the right is going to mean weakness on the left. Preparedness everywhere is going to mean weakness everywhere. Everybody has a weakness. You're going to be strong in some area and you're going to be weaker in another area. That's just how it goes, right? Some people that means you're going to overeat. Some people that means you're going to be, gambling or drinking, or, some people over-exercise, and so anything you could be excessive or weak. And so try to be aware of that. War is based on awareness, right? The art of war is about awareness. It's about virtue. It's about good and evil, like Aristotle. The vice and virtue, that's a line that separates all people, right? So this is just some of the principles. I'm Austin. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification bell. See you soon.